Hi, Michelle here with StrawBearie.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this derby hat from the Dollar Tree. I am going to a charity event today. It is a purse bingo, and the ladies at my table, we all decided that we were going to wear derby hats because today is the day of the Kentucky Derby, and we thought it would be kind of fun. And so I have this hat that I made with Dollar Tree supplies, and it is on a thin blue line theme because I'm sitting at a table sponsored by our local sheriff, and all the ladies there either work at the sheriff's office or are married to people at the sheriff's office. And I'm just so excited with how this turned out, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. First thing is remove the ribbon that came with the hat, and then I'm taking some deco mesh in a blue sparkle, and I am gluing it all around the hat and creating pleats as I go, just putting it on with hot glue. Make sure not to burn your hands. And I have to say that I was quite impressed with this hat, and I might go back and see if they have another one to actually wear as a sun hat. I have a large head, and usually hats from cheap stores might be a little too small, but this one actually was kind of almost a little bit big, so it was very comfortable to wear, even though it did get a little heavy with all the stuff that I put on it. Um, so here I am just putting the rest of that deco mesh around. Just wanted to make it blue and wanted it to stick out past the rim of the hat. And I thought that the deco mesh worked really well. You could obviously do more layers of deco mesh and make your hats fluffier and bigger and longer, whatever it is that you wanted to do. Okay, now that that is all on, I just kind of trim it up, make sure it looks good. I have this sequins, I don't know, headband that was from dance stuff. I don't know. It was in my stuff. My mom gave it to me. And so I put the black sequins headband on. And now I'm taking blue roses that I got from the Dollar Tree. They're in the red, white, and blue section of flowers for like the 4th of July. And I bought 3 stems of the blue flowers and pulled them off and glued them on. I also have this rubber duck. It's a policeman rubber duck that I purchased at Dollar Tree a couple years ago and gave to my husband, and I told him I was taking it back so that I could put it on my hat. So what I do with the flowers is I cut off the stem and then I stick the glue right in the middle to make sure that the flower is not going to fall apart as I put it on the hat. And I wanted just a cascading look of flowers in blue on one side, kind of coming out from the duck. Then I found, I think these were called sparkle coral, and those were also at the Dollar Tree. And I think I only used one because once I cut apart all the little stems, it was quite a bunch of pieces. And I just kind of figured out, where I wanted them. I wanted some height on the back of my hat. I looked on Pinterest and I saw derby hats come in all shapes and sizes, and some get quite wild and crazy. So I decided I wanted to go a little wild and crazy with my Dollar Tree thin blue line derby hat. I'm just adding in a few feathers that I had in my stash that I've had for years. I'm sure they probably came from Dollar Tree at one time. And I thought that my hat needed just a little bit of white. So I do have this white plastic baby's breath, and I've had this in my stash for a long time. I don't know if Dollar Tree sells it or not. I don't know where I got it from, but I'm sure you could probably find something similar. And so I'm just cutting up the baby's breath and sticking it in between a bunch of the roses just to give it a little bit more fun, a little bit more texture, and break up all the blue flowers right there. Same thing, I'm just cutting them, a couple inches long, adding some hot glue to the bottom of the stem, and then sticking them into where the flowers are, sticking them onto my hat. Once I am happy with all of the baby's breath around in all of the roses, I'm basically done with my hat. Sometimes it's just really fun to just sit and have your glue gun and just create and build things and not even have to worry about, really what it looks like because it's just for fun. And that's what this hat was. So I hope that you enjoyed watching me make it. I thought about adding
some other things. And so this was one thing. It's just a little piece of star garland that, I've had for years. Used to be with, patriotic supplies. And so I stuck that on and just kind of curled it around the top of the duck, again, giving it some more height and everything in my hat and on the back. Now I'm taking my heat gun and I'm just kind of going over the whole thing because that kind of melts away all those extra hot glue strings.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you were to make a derby hat, would you go with a theme or a color choice or something like that? If so, put it in the comments below. And until next time, have a super awesome day. Oh, hit that like button, subscribe. Toodles!